No, it isn't going to hurt, the technician assures me. We're just going to stress your brain. Okay. How will that be different? The technician is a lovely woman who introduces herself as Parvati and explains patiently that evidence is being sought for a faulty brain. The word tumor is skirted carefully, but the shadows its absence casts into the conversation throws it off kilter, and we both know. Temporal lobe seizures? Epilepsy, perhaps. If we break apart the word chains, then different thought forms become possible. Like molecular chains, so are symbols of language. See, apocalypse. The word can be broken down to its basic components. A series of lines, balls, curves, and marks on a page. And madness? The same can be done there, and can be similarly deconstructed. I feel it prudent not to draw that word into the room either. Twin shadows, then. Parvati will be creating stimuli to provoke my brain into seizing, or otherwise behaving abnormally. This will involve noise, flashing lights, and so on. Electrodes will be attached to my skull with globs of sticky wax. This too will be painless. I sit up straight and submit to her touch on my head, a child to her mother's fingers, braiding her hair. The technician has a calming effect on me. I imagine how good it must feel to be Parvati, to have her supple, slender, purposeful limbs, her dark braid expertly plaited, her spectacles. I glimpse a perfect little lunchbox in her tidy tote, sitting by the door. Parvati is calm and intelligent and helpful, and I am sure she would know exactly at every point in her day where her feet should be placed. She turns off the lights and retreats to an illuminated box on the far wall. Would this ever end, this testing and compiling and checking and assessing? Before all this, and I include some of the first half of my marriage as before, I was the sort of person who went to the doctor once a year, and that was usually for a vaccination for travel somewhere remote, or for a sliced finger needing stitches. Checkups became regular during and right after my pregnancies, but they were pragmatic, for me, fortunately, largely untroublesome and joyful. I went to all my appointments alone, but I didn't mind that. He was very busy, and these baby appointments were something I could manage by myself. We would discuss the results later at home. I would show ultrasounds or explain cervical strength. He would ring the obstetrician, a friend of his, and confirm what I had told him. I learned to breathe calmly. He breathed with me. That was something we could do together. Seeing the very first ultrasound of my grain of rice with a heartbeat like a whale hit me with shock and wonder, with a wave of love that has yet to leave me, that never will. I floated in this state of delicious anticipation. The Italian phrase for it is dolce attesa, the sweet waiting, which strikes me as a far more romantic and beautiful notion than pregnancy term. Until my contractions started 9 weeks too early. Then all was management, and a taut, humming concern sang along undersea cables, twanged, hummed subsonic. I did everything exactly as I was told. I did everything I could to keep my baby inside for as long as I could. I learnt then my first great lesson of surrender. There are so many things you cannot fight against. In fact, many of them grow stronger if you do fight. So many things that you must cede to, gracefully or not. A swelling body, muscles spasming and contracting so hard, so ineluctably that there is no choice but to cede all will to the giant invisible hand that is crushing your insides.